chapter 48. If you have mental health questions, leave them in the comments below. All right, so Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. One day, not long after this, word came to Joseph, your father is failing rapidly. So Joseph went to visit his father and took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. When Joseph arrived, Jacob was told, your son Joseph has come to see you. So Jacob gathered his strength and sat up in his bed. Jacob said to Joseph, God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me. He said to me, I will make you fruitful and I will multiply your descendants. I will give you a multitude of nations. And I will give this land of Canaan to your descendants after you as an everlasting possession. Now I am claiming as my own sons these two boys of yours, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born here in the land of Egypt before I arrived. Okay, so he's giving the land of Canaan. Okay. They will be my sons just as Reuben and Simon are, but any children born to you in the future will be your own, and they will inherit the land within the territories of their brothers Ephraim and Manasseh. Long ago, as I was returning from Paddan Aram, Rachel died in the land of Canaan, and we were still on the way some distance from Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. So with great sorrow, I buried her there beside the road of Ephrath. Then Jacob looked over at the two boys. Are these your sons? He said. And Joseph said, yes, these are the sons God has given me here in Egypt. And Jacob said, bring them closer to me so I can bless them. Jacob was half blind because of his age and could hardly see. So Joseph brought the boys close to him, and Jacob kissed and embraced them. Then Jacob said to Joseph, I never thought I would see your face again, but now God has even let me see your children too. Joseph moved the boys who were at their grandfather's knees and bowed with his face to the ground. Then he positioned the boys in front of Jacob. With his right hand, he directed Ephraim toward Jacob's left hand, and with his left hand, he put Manasseh at Jacob's right hand. But Jacob crossed his arms and reached out to lay his hands on the boys' heads. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, though he was the younger boy, and his left hand on the head of Manasseh, even though he was the firstborn. Then he blessed Joseph and said, May the God of whom my grandfather Abraham and my father Isaac walked, the God who has been my shepherd all my life to this very day, and the angel who has redeemed me from all harm, may he bless these boys. May he preserve my name and the names of Abraham and Isaac. And may their descendants multiply greatly throughout the earth. But Joseph was upset when he saw his father place the right hand on Ephraim's head. So Joseph lifted it to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. No, my father, he said, this one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head. But his father refused. I know, my son, I know, he replied. Manasseh will also become a great people, but his younger brother will become even greater, and his descendants will become a multitude of nations. So Jacob blessed the boys that day with this blessing. The people of Israel will use your names when they give a blessing. They will say, May God make you as prosperous as Ephraim and Manasseh. In this way, Jacob put Ephraim ahead of Manasseh. And then Jacob said to Joseph, Look, I am about to die, but God will be with you and take you back to Canaan, the land of your ancestors. And beyond what I have given your brothers, I am giving you extra portion of the land that I took from the Amorites with my sword and my bow. I'm going to read the recovery footnotes because sometimes I like to do that, and I think it might be enlightening for us. So in the Life Recovery Bible, at the bottom, we have a couple of therapists and people who are in addiction recovery and mental health who have put together this Bible with some awesome recovery notes. So I'm reading chapter 48's notes. Before blessing his grandsons, Ephraim and Manasseh, Jacob recalled the blessings that God had bestowed upon him. We know that the sins and failures of parents are often passed on to succeeding generations, but here we see that blessings are passed on as well. Abraham had established a relationship with God that he modeled before Isaac, which was then passed on to Jacob and then to the succeeding generation. Let us establish the kind of relationship with God that will endure in generations that follow. That way, we will be able to bless our children with the blessings God has given us. That is beautiful. So, are we setting a good example for those that are coming after us, in our family and even just our friendship circles and our church circles, in the community at large? Are we being a blessing, and are we setting a good example that people will want to follow? So I think this is a great place to stop, and I will see you next time for chapter 48. God bless you.